So let's take a look at our application problem. We know that we are using 2-inch cubes and we're building a rectangular prism. So right there, I'm going to pause and I'm going to build my rectangular prism. Remember, it doesn't need to be pretty, just needs to be there. Beautiful. And I know that my rectangular prism is going to measure 10 inches by 14 inches by 6 inches. Now, when I'm looking at this and it's talking about how many cubes are needed to build something, that tells me I'm looking for the amount of space this object is going to take up, which means I'm looking at its volume. And I know volume is length times width times height. So let's put our measurements into our diagram. I know my length is 10. I know that my width is 14. And I know that my height is 6. However, in this circumstance, I'm not using 1-inch cubes. So when I multiply these together, it's not going to give me the true amount of cubes I need. Typically, we use only 1-inch cubes. These are 2 inches. So let's try to figure out how many actual cubes are needed for the height, the length, and the width. If I have a total of 6 inches, and every cube I put in is 2 inches, I'm going to need 3 cubes for my height, because 3 cubes of 2 inches each equals that total of 6 inches. So my height in this problem is actually going to be 3. Let's try to find that length and that width. My length is 10. I have cubes that each equal 2. So how many cubes are going to be needed to get to 10 inches? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It's hard to see, but there are 5 cubes. And now let's take a look at my width. I had 14. It's going to be hard to draw this in here. Since I'm using 2-inch cubes, let's skip count by 2 till we get to 14 to figure out how many cubes I need. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. That was 7 2-inch cubes. Now that I have the number of cubes for my length, the number of cubes I need for my width, and the number of cubes I need for my height, let's multiply. 5 times 7 is 35. I multiply by 3. Now I can use an area model, repeated addition, or standard algorithm to solve. I'm going to do standard algorithm. 5 times 3 is 15. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10. My volume is 105 cubes. I used 105 cubes to build my rectangular prism because these cubes were 2 inches.